Hello there. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Canada's Movie and TV Hosers. We're back now after a couple of weeks. I'm back from my vacation, so we're new episode coming out this Saturday. This is the star of our show, Fluffy Kitty, and this is my lovely wife, Christine.
Hi.
My name's Gregory Barrett. We're the two hosts, but the cats are actually the stars. Sometimes we get to see Penny, sometimes not. But this show's not about cats. It's all about pop culture, things that we love to talk about, new and old movies, trailers, TV, streaming shows, different types of books. You know, a lot of franchise stuff that we talk about, but all things new in pop culture. Breaking down today's episode, we're going to be talking about 5 new trailers that we got over the past couple of weeks. We got a new teaser for The Boys, Season 4. We got a trailer for The Expendables 4. Trailer for Killers of the Flower Moon. We got a second trailer for Disney's Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
And we got a new trailer for Sympathy for the Devil, which is another Nicolas Cage movie coming out. We're going to talk about, I just saw yesterday, so I'm going to talk about as non-spoilers, is The Flash. That's brand new this weekend. I'm going to talk about, there might be a few spoilers for Transformers Rise of the Beast. And then we'll see if we have time for more segments. So let's get right. And if you want, if you're new to this, I got the time codes down in the description below. So you can always just jump ahead to another chapter if you don't want to be spoiled by something that we're going to be talking about. Are you glad to be back, dear?
I haven't gone anywhere.
No,
I've been
after
here
2
working.
weeks, we're back for their show, right?
Right, I didn't get a vacation. It's been busy for me.
Well, I had a great vacation visiting family, and I was in the greatest Canadian city, Toronto. I had such a great time there. Okay. If anyone wants to dispute me on that, leave a comment down below. Come at me. Anyway, we got a new teaser for The Boys, Season 4.
Right.
I am the Homelander.
He can't even decide what he's called. Sometimes he calls himself just Homelander. Other times he calls himself the Homelander.
He is the Homelander.
Well,
But everyone just calls him Homelander for short.
it's
So the teaser, check it out. It's got Anthony Starr dressed up as Homelander in his outfit, and he's just talking at a mirror, and he's psyching himself up, and he's
trying to
going crazy. This guy is nuts.
He's trying to sound normal to the people, but it's really hard for him because he's not normal.
Point of this is, we know The Boys Season 4 is coming up, and they're also going to be doing it with their new show that they're going to be launching. I think it's called Gen V, and they're supposed to launch at the same time.
The people that got that chemical. Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be, I think, we're not talking about that right now.
Okay.
But Boys Season 4. We don't know what's going to happen, but the first 3 seasons were amazing. And I think we reviewed Season 3 when we started this show back in October.
Maybe, because we had watched it. It wasn't that long ago that it was over.
Yeah. So before Season 4 comes out, I'm going to be rewatching all 3 seasons. Definitely. I'll make the time for it. So this is saying, hey, this is coming up. Are you excited? Does this get you excited to see The Boys Season 4?
Yeah. Well, he's so creepy. He really creeps me out. I don't know if he creeps you out as much as he does me, but it just shows the real darkness that's in him.
Well, fans love this guy. People are saying this guy is one of the greatest TV villains of all time.
Oh yeah, because he's the thing is about him is that his public persona is not a villain, and this is what he's trying to pull off in this trailer, right?
Well, he's saying I did it because it was right. He's probably referring to at the end of Season 3. Spoiler if you haven't seen it, but end of Season 3, he just shoots a guy at a rally with his laser eyes.
Well,
and they all cheer him. They're like, yeah, woo!
Crashed that plane and everything.
Yeah, it came out. Did it? Yeah, it did come out that he let them die.
Yeah.
And that was back in Season 1. This show, if you haven't seen it, you're not going to know what the hell we're talking about,
No.
but go check out The Boys, even if you haven't seen it at all, because this is
kids.
Great. Yeah, no, definitely not for kids. This is some very adult content.
And not for marine biologists either.
Yeah. I mean, there's excessive violence and gore in this.
Towards sea life.
Okay, there's a lot of nudity in it. I mean, the language is just terrible. this is something that your kids might not be able to handle. But
no, it's not
each
for
their own.
kids. They should not. Kids, no. It's not that they can't it's not for kids at all.
This level of storytelling, this is like Game of Thrones level storytelling, just done with superheroes instead of in a fantasy.
Complex as Game of Thrones, but it's definitely a good story.
But the writing and the characters,
it's good.
It's
and
top
they're not.
tier.
The thing is about it is like Game of Thrones, for example. They're not afraid to go there wherever there might bring them.
Yeah, this storytelling that they're doing, because this is on Prime, and Prime doesn't have much, but this storytelling is HBO level quality. It's so good.
Like, there's not that many good shows that Prime has come out with. Like, I like Mrs. Maisel. I like this show. I like The Great. The Great is also on there. There's not many shows that are good. I mean, the Lord of the Rings thing that they did, what was it called?
Rings of Power.
It was okay, but I think if someone else did it, it would have been better. They threw a lot of money at it, but it still was a bit lacking. But I did enjoy it more on the second viewing. Okay. But this is like one of their main shows. Oh yeah, this, as soon as it launched, they're like, this is our show. So according to comingsoon.net, The Boys Season 4 streaming release date is anticipated in early 2024. So that's next winter. Yeah, so that's still more than 6 months away, but this is kind of a tease saying this is coming. Right. Well, let's not get caught up yet. We'll do that in the fall, because I won't remember. Definitely excited for it already. So, have you checked out this new teaser for The Boys Season 4? Yeah, check it out. Anthony Starr he's great in this. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. We want to hear from you. Also, I forgot to mention that if anyone is watching this, we really appreciate it that someone would watch our nonsensical ramblings about pop culture. So we've been getting more subscribers lately. I think we're up to like 80 or something now. Thank you for anyone for subscribing. Appreciate that. And if you can give us the thumbs up for any of the videos that you watch that you like, that would be awesome too. Our next... so Boys Season 4, we're finished with that. Let us know your thoughts on that if you're a big fan of The Boys. Next trailer is for Expendables 4. This is coming in September 22nd of this year. Are you excited for another Expendables movie? I never saw the other ones, I don't think. I think I saw 1 and possibly 3, but I don't remember them very much. What was that other one we were talking about that had a bunch of old geezers and a young blonde? Well, this is very similar. It's a bunch of old geezers and 2 girls. Was there a movie that I saw about that recently? Yeah, we did a trailer for it. Had Stallone in it as well. And I don't remember what it was. Stallone was in Guardians 3. No. I think he was in this one. Anyway, it's just, I don't know. It's not for me. I've never been a big fan. No. There isn't even that many Expendables. The last ones had like 20 action stars in it. It's like, it's Stallone, it's Statham. They're the main 2, but then they get everyone else. Chuck Norris makes an appearance. Bruce Willis makes an appearance, you know. Jet Li is in this. I mean, Dolph Lundgren comes back. Is Bruce Willis in this one? No, he wouldn't be. He's not in any more films now because Bruce Willis had those health issues. The last ones that he did a Christmas one or whatever. That was on Netflix or one? Stallone? No, Bruce Willis. Okay, we're talking about Expendables 4. I know, I think those were his last movies. Yeah. So, Expendables 4, you've never seen any of them. Are you gonna go? But you got Statham in it, and he shows up. He's just as angry and Irish as he always is. Are you excited to see this? It's just not for me. It's like a Fast and the Furious. It appears to be that same kind of audience. It's not, although similar. But as I'm watching this trailer, because this franchise isn't for me, I'll go see if it's any good. But as I'm watching, I'm like, this is a dad movie. You know, they're talking about, we got to hold off World War III. You got all these action stars from, a few decades ago, right? It's a whole bunch of old guys and 2 young girls. Okay. Well, if that's your thing, are you excited for Expendables 4? I'll go see it. Hopefully it's good, because I want every movie to be good. And I have a good time, even if it's not really my thing. That's not for me. Let us know what you think of Expendables 4. Are you excited for it or not? Did you enjoy the other ones? Which one's the best? I don't know. I couldn't make a comment on that. I'm not even sure I've seen all 3 of them. But that's coming out this September.
moving on, we got Killers of the Flower Moon coming out October 20th from Apple Original Films, but also Paramount.
Is it going to be in the theaters?
They said right in it, it's like exclusively in theaters.
Oh, okay.
So this is the new Scorsese film.
Yeah.
So if anyone doesn't know, Scorsese is, he's one of the all-time great directors. He's done a lot of mob movies. He did Goodfellas, Casino.
This is not a mob.
The Departed. Recently, he did what was that one on Netflix there?
I don't know. Anyway, this appears to be, it's a period thing. It's a period to be all the people getting rich quick off of
The Irishman. That was it.
Oil, and whatever. A whole bunch of sharks coming in, and it appears to be, of course, the natives are getting displaced, and DiCaprio shows up and falls in love with a girl.
Maybe.
Looks like it.
This
looks
this
like.
is a period
has
piece.
A lot in it.
This is a period piece. It appears to be early 20th century to me, like around turn of the century, 1900.
When oil was like, all of a sudden we needed oil.
And so this is in North America.
Fairfax, isn't that in Alaska?
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't look like Alaska. Anyway, I don't know where it is, but there's a lot going on, and it looks like to be about white men versus native people is what it
doesn't really tell us what it's about.
That's what I got from it.
There's some deaths,
maybe. Is obviously maybe his wife's name or his girlfriend or wherever she is. Anyway, it looks like a lot. I mean, it looks like good acting in it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's going to be maybe a little bit hard to watch in some places. It's going to be
possibly
a big drama.
I mean, you got stars who love to work with Scorsese. You got DiCaprio and you got De Niro. Those are his two main guys.
De Niro plays one of the rich old white guys, I think.
Yeah. You also got Jesse Plemons is in it. I don't know if he's worked with Scorsese before.
Anyway, it looks like a big drama. That looks like probably going to be a big one for the year.
Might be an awards movie.
Yeah,
might be garbage though.
I mean, the big drama of the year, the big film of the year. Because so far the films haven't been like they've all. Well, we had superhero movies, but just a movie that it can come out any time and people can enjoy it. Any audience can enjoy it. That's what it appears to be.
Okay.
But I don't know. It looks like it might be a bit heartbreaking though.
This doesn't look as if it's for younger audiences.
Oh no!
I mean, it's definitely not for kids, but I can't even see people like 20-year-olds going to see this.
Why not? It looks like a big drama. Anyway, I'm interested in it.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It's a lot. It might be not very tearful in this. I don't know. There's dead people. There's people making money off of other people's backs is appearing to be what it is.
Let's see what Rotten Tomatoes has it categorized as a type of film. Says it's a crime drama and it's rated R for language, violence, grisly images. So this could be like one of those grisly murder things circa kind of 7 or
I don't think so.
What was that movie where DiCaprio was fighting a bear?
No, that was the one in the wilderness.
Yeah, he was fighting a bear there.
This doesn't look like
but it's pretty vicious. So
anyway, it looks like basically white men versus native people. And it's before the crash in the 20s, and all these people were getting rich quick.
This looks pre-First World War to me. So that's what I'm saying, turn of the century, 1900.
Maybe, or it's just after that.
Maybe late 19th century, after American Civil War.
Well, I didn't think so.
Possibly.
To me, it looks like before the crash of the 20s anyway, with all the people getting rich off of things quickly.
Geez, we're totally off. It says right here, set in the 1920s, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay, see, so I was completely wrong. It's post First World War.
Well, they didn't need oil until then. That's when people got rich real quick on a lot of things like that. And all of a sudden, people who had nothing were sitting on all this oil and resources.
I was looking at this trailer, and it was kind of a long trailer, but I was judging it based on the production values and how clean the costumes and the period looked. And I was thinking if it was 19th century, it would be dirtier. But when you, in terms of like more dust, but I was saying the production values look good.
Anyway, that's what I thought.
But it shows like the towns were cleaner.
No, but anyway, I was right. Anyway, it looks like the get rich quickers, they're getting rich off of oil and who knows what else off the backs of the people that originally lived there, and they're going and they're dying. That's what it looks like. So and DiCaprio's in the middle because he falls in love with a native girl. That's what the story is about.
Maybe.
It looks like
maybe. I don't know. I'm going to go check it out. Are you interested in seeing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Fluffy wants to go too, but you're not allowed. No cats allowed. Although there's lots of mice in the theater, you do well, but...
I mean, I hope it's better than Scorsese's last film that I saw, which was The Irishman, which I did not enjoy that.
I didn't see that one, but this one
so
definitely...
long.
This looks like a big saga, a big drama, the big drama of the year.
I think I'm still watching The Irishman.
Okay,
oh, man.
Never mind about that.
So hopefully this is a good one, because... Scorsese, he can be hit and miss. He can make weird stuff that's all over the place.
DiCaprio is normally not hit or miss. DiCaprio picks movies. He has his choice of movie. He's in a good movie.
Well, he was in that Don't Look Up. That wasn't that great. It was okay, but...
I don't think I saw Don't Look Up. But
I mean, a lot of people don't like Wolf of Wall Street, or...
I liked it.
Not everyone likes, his Romeo and Juliet. Oh, well, are you excited to see a new Scorsese film? Are you a big fan of Scorsese? Maybe you don't know who that is. A lot of people know it, but younger audiences might not. So are you excited to see Killers of the Flower Moon? Let us know down in the comments below. We want to hear from you. What else do we got? Then we saw trailer 2 for Haunted Mansion from Disney. This looked fun. I was watching that, and they got a lot of stars in there, and... It's way over the top and wacky, but it's for kids. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be scary. I think it's just going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to this, which is coming out, I think, in July. July 28th, end of July. I'm looking forward to that. What do you think?
I think it's lame. If you're making a scary movie, you don't just throw 1,000 things at people. It just looks like way too much. Like Disney, it's not how you make a scary movie. You can make a scary movie for kids, but the ghosts are not purple and green and lame crap like that. It just looks lame. I don't know. It doesn't look scary because they're like throwing 1,000 things at you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's a missed opportunity. I don't think Disney understands what a scary movie is.
What about the cast in it? Do you like the cast?
The cast looks great, but ghosts are not green and purple. Why would a ghost be green and purple? Because it's just too much color, and it's
for
just
kids.
Yeah, well, kids deserve a good scary movie, not green and purple ghosts. Anyway, to me, never mind. I like a good ghost story. This just looks like Disney has tainted it. And try to make it into a ride at the park.
If anyone is watching this video, thank you very much, because otherwise we're just talking to ourselves here. But you can tell, Christine and I, we're not from the same generation. One of us is clearly a Gen Xer, those cynical Gen Xers, and one of us clearly is not. Anyway.
I just don't think, if you're going to make a scary ghost story, you don't have it lame like that. It just has really lame effects in it, and it's too over the top.
So I don't think this is supposed to be scary at all. I think this is supposed to be fun for kids.
Opportunity. Kids deserve a nice scary movie. Those were my favorite. When we were kids, our favorite movies was the scary ones, and we would talk about them all the time. And this just looks lame. Anyway,
it's Disney. They're not going to make. They're not remaking The Exorcism or The Shining or something. They're making stuff for kids.
Story. Like, for example, the L.L. Stein, like those, the Goosebumps, those are scary for kids, and they don't have purple and green ghosts. Anyway, you can do a good job for kids. It just looks like it's too much.
Okay, you got Danny DeVito, Jamie Lee Curtis, Owen Wilson, Lakeith Stanfield, Tiffany Haddish. I mean, those are some amazing people, amazing actors.
Over the top and silly. It's ruining the opportunity.
And Rosario Dawson. A lot of big names. Dan Levy is in it, Canadian.
Yeah, I know, but that would be great. But it's just like throwing all kinds of stuff at you.
someone we don't like is in it.
Oh, your favorite.
Jared Leto is the Hatbox Ghost guy. No wonder you didn't like him. It's Jared Leto.
That's your problem. Anyway.
Yeah.
It just looks like the special effects look too much. Like, make it scary.
Okay. The genre this is going to be PG-13 in the US, which means it'll probably be PG here. It's classified genre as a fantasy comedy. This isn't a horror movie. Disney doesn't make horror movies. I'm not talking about
horror movies. There's a difference between a horror movie and a scary movie.
I'm sure there will be a couple of jump scares, but way to already judge it and have a bad opinion. I like to look at movies and say that...
what I think of the trailer. It just looks too much special effects, over the top special effects. That's what it looks like. Everything's all colorful, and a ghost story is supposed to be dark and scary, not like blue and purple. Anyway.
Disagree. So I look at the trailer as saying, could this be good? Even Expendables, I'm like, okay, what in it do I like and what do I not like? Even though Expendables isn't for me, I'm going to go see it. And this, I'm not a huge fan of kids' movies, but if they're fun, yeah, I want to go see them. So I'm going to go see The Haunted Mansion. Are you going to come with me to go see this?
I don't know. It depends. It's not on my priority list.
Okay.
That way.
Anyway. Well, and what if it's really good? Oh.
It's not on my priority list.
Are you excited to go see Haunted Mansion coming out in July from Disney? Are you excited to take your kids to it? I think it looks really fun. One of us isn't so excited about it, but let us know what your thoughts are. And did you like the previous Haunted Mansion movie from 2006 with Eddie Murphy? I heard it was bad. Has anyone seen that? And let us know whether it was good or not down in the comments below, please. Last we got, same weekend, July 28th, comes out new Nick Cage movie, Sympathy for the Devil, with him and Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah.
What'd you think of this trailer?
I would advise people not to watch the trailer because it's got way too much of the movie in it.
Yeah, I feel I watched the whole movie.
Don't watch the trailer, guys. I tell you what, watch the first 10 seconds and then turn it off.
It's a long trailer.
It had the whole movie in it. Like, you see things that you're wondering, well, they'd show you. So I would not recommend watching it anymore. I mean, it's Nicolas Cage being a crazy evil guy. You see carjacking somebody. However, the problem with that whole thing is that Joel Kinnaman fella is a humongous being. He could slap him in the side of the head and be done with the whole thing.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage isn't exactly he's not a young man anymore.
Well,
so I think Joel Kinnaman could take Nicolas Cage, but
is humongous.
Nick Cage has that crazy energy, right? He might be able to take him.
I feel like that Kinnaman stands up next to him like he's humongous. Anyway.
Yeah, that's why he was Rick Flag.
Yeah.
And RoboCop.
Takashi, whatever his name was, he was in that show about the people that change bodies all the time. It was a really good show. You never watched it. But there was people that lived up, and they would change. They were able to steal bodies.
We're talking about the trailer for Sympathy for the Devil,
and he was a big guy in that. He was a trained killer, basically.
This trailer was too long. I enjoyed it, but it did go on too long, and I think they even showed a couple clips of the end scene.
Yeah, you see a lot of things.
They gave away a lot.
Too much.
Now it says this is a mystery thriller. Comes out in July. It's only an hour and a half, so I'm gonna go see this.
The trailer was 10 minutes.
I think they just told you the whole story, and now the rest is just gonna be, when you go to see it, it's for the creepy tension.
Yeah, the only mystery is why he's picked on Joel Kinnaman. That's the only mystery of the whole thing.
I think that's just random chance.
No, it's not, because in the trailer he's asking questions and stuff. It's not. There is a reason that he picked him. But we don't know it. But we kind of know everything else that's happened. So yeah, guys, just watch 5-10 seconds. Get the idea. Nicolas Cage being crazy. Yeah. Basically hitchhiking. He's basically taking the guy's car. The guy, he's still driving though. Joel Kinnaman's still driving, and Joel Kinnaman's wife's in labor and he's needed at the
whole time I'm watching it, I'm thinking, if he's driving, just crash the car.
Well, he's such a big guy, you just swap him in the side of the head and that would be the end.
But if you
crash... Because he's sitting in the passenger side, he moves to the passenger
If you crash the car on the passenger side,
yeah.
Okay, then Yeah, but he still might get shot. Maybe he's just afraid he's going to get shot.
He's going to kill the baby. I don't know. It shows a lot in the movie in the trailer though. It was a lot. Anyway.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah.
Hopefully this ends up being good and not just marketing making it look good.
No, the last one he was in wasn't very good.
The marketing already screwed up by giving away way too much. So I'm going to check it out in July. Are you going to go see this?
Yeah, I probably will if it's in the summer. I have more time.
Yeah.
That last one he was in with Nicholas Hoult, that one wasn't very good. I mean, it was okay when he was a vampire. I forget what it was called. Renfield. It wasn't very good.
No, but we seem to be having a Nicolas Cage renaissance now. So he's back in a lot more things, and people want to see him, and he wants to act. So are you excited about this? Are you a big Nick Cage fan? Are you going to go see Sympathy for the Devil? Let us know down in the comments below, please. So I believe that's all our trailers.
Okay.
So now we're going to have a spoiler-free review for The Flash.
Good,
which just comes out. I'm going to look this up on Rotten Tomatoes here.
Okay.
I went to go see this yesterday on preview night. Here's what it's a bit long. It's almost 2.5 hours. On Rotten Tomatoes, it is currently rated at 68% fresh and has an 87% audience score. So pretty good.
Now, most people won't be seeing it till tonight, because tonight is the Friday that it comes out. It comes out, so.
But this episode comes out on Saturday.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it changes.
Even though it was long, I had a really fun time with this movie. Okay? I didn't feel the clock at all. I was engaged the whole time.
It's about time travel.
Yeah, time travel and about time variations, alternate timelines.
That was my mind.
But also it's about the multiverse. Is it overly complicated? No.
That's good.
This is made for people to go see, so teenagers should be able to understand this, no problem. Kids might be confused a little bit, but I think kids would have a great time. One of the complaints people are saying about it is they don't like the CGI and the visual effects. I'm going to admit the visual effects aren't the greatest.
Didn't they have all these time to make the visual effects? Wasn't that why it was so delayed?
No, it was delayed because of problems in the visual effects community, and that's delayed a lot of movies. And also, there's the behind-the-scenes stuff with Ezra Miller.
Well, he acted in it, and they had their cuts to deal with after that.
So, hold on. First off, about the CGI. At times it's great, and at other times it's not great. Did it ruin the movie for me? No. I was able to get past that.
Right.
It's not something that ruined the movie for me.
You're usually very particular about CGI. I usually
Ezra
don't care.
Miller, I want to address this, does a really good job in this movie and plays multiple versions of Barry Allen. And Ezra Miller's great in it. However, Ezra Miller lately, if you've been following the news, is not a great person and is involved in several court cases that Ezra is just waiting for the court dates to come up. But Ezra Miller's not working anymore, and I don't believe Ezra Miller will be the Flash after this.
Is he incarcerated at this point?
Not yet.
Oh.
He was.
Or Ezra
Miller was at the premiere and made some comments.
Oh gosh.
But the media was not allowed to ask any questions or anything.
Oh.
Because you have to have the star of your movie show up to the premiere. Otherwise, if the star doesn't show up to your world premiere, then that becomes the story. So they have to do that. They're in a bad spot. Anyway, this person has ruined their career with all kinds of terrible things that they've been stealing, breaking into houses, threatening people, a lot of violence against women.
Yeah, really gone off the rails.
this grooming thing about a minor and kidnapping a minor and then beating her. So Ezra Miller has become a terrible person and has to answer for those crimes and has probably torpedoed their career. However, Ezra Miller did a great job in this movie, and I had a good time watching it. So I want to address that as well. There is some good humor in it. I mentioned in my spoiler-free reaction that I did last night that I would have liked more humor, but I always want that. It worked really well. I'm not going to spoil the cameos or anything, but there are a lot of cameos and special appearances. Almost too much, to the detriment of the movie. I'm like, this is too much, right? Guys, come on. What is going on here? I'm very confused as to where the DCU is going to go forward from this.
Well, they're confused.
This is supposed to reset it all.
I mean, things that they put at the end of the movies that are supposed to be next movie doesn't ever even happen.
The director, Andy Muschietti, who did those It movies and made a lot of money for Warner Brothers, got to do this. And the studio people have been saying for months, actually since last year, that this is like one of the greatest comic book or superhero movies of all time. Do I think that? No. I don't think it's that good. I did really enjoy it, and I give it a best movie ever. I'm probably going to go see it again, because I'm going to take you to go see it.
I kind of don't trust DC at this point, because they've made a lot of bad movies. They have, like, in my mind so far, I haven't seen this one, 3 good movies and a lot of bad movies.
Okay, audience score 87%. Okay.
Well, they're getting to see it. Those are that's like select
we've
audience.
We've seen a lot from the trailer, because there's multiple versions of Barry Allen, played by Ezra Miller. Supergirl's in it. She's great. I love that. I want to see more of that character, if that's possible. You got Ben Affleck as Batman. Okay. People who love his Batman. You got Michael Keaton. He's the big star back for this, playing his version of Batman.
He's like the main Batman in it, is he not?
Yeah. Right. Ben Affleck is not as much in it. He's just in a supporting role. You got Michael Shannon back as General Zod. He loves playing General Zod, and I love seeing him as General Zod. So it's Sasha Cale who plays Kara Zor-El, which is Supergirl, which I'm not a big fan of the Supergirl name. I think DC should have changed it to Superwoman. And yes, I know there is another character that's Superwoman, but I think DC messed that up because...
How old is she? Is she under 18?
She's an alien. She's an alien. We don't know how old she is.
Is she a girl? She's under 18.
No.
She's over 18, then she should be a woman.
Anyway, it's on the cast list, but we get Jeremy Irons is back as Alfred. I think he was in some of the trailers, too, as they're talking to him. Ron Livingston plays Henry Allen, his dad. So Billy Crudup is gone, who has played his dad in Justice League. I don't know what happened to Billy Crudup.
Okay, should have had that original Flash. Who's the original Flash?
Now get this. His dad? I enjoyed... She's in a very small role, but I enjoyed this. Saoirse Monica Jackson plays one of Barry's friends. And and at first I was like, who is that? I recognize her. She was from Derry Girls. She was the main girl in Derry Girls, which was a great show from Northern Ireland.
Well, she's made it across the pond to this movie.
Yeah, well, this is a big Hollywood studio movie. This will get recognition, right? So... Anyway, good for her, because if you haven't seen Derry Girls, go check it out on Netflix. It's hilarious.
I haven't finished watching it. I had to move on to
I loved it.
So I have to finish watching
So I had a great time watching this.
My parents love that show, too.
There's so many cameos. Probably we'll do a spoiler review once you and I have seen it, because once it's been out for 2 weekends, it's okay to... It's usually that's an acceptable time to spoil it. Okay. But for right now, no spoilers. So... I definitely recommend checking this out on the big screen. I saw it in IMAX. So, yeah, it's definitely a good visual movie. And I don't think it's in 3D.
Even though the effects are kind of off?
Sometimes they are, and other times they're really good. So, I think it was just a matter. We got to get this out. It's going to take forever with how the problems in the visual effects industry, because there's always delays. And they got to get it out because of Ezra Miller kept causing problems. Right. And... I predict give it a little bit of time, and Warner Bros. Is going to quietly announce we're parting ways with Ezra Miller over scheduling differences. Right. Ezra Miller's not getting any more work. No one's working with
Greg Gustin. He's very likable.
I think he's probably done. It's been like 10 seasons of The Flash.
I know, but he's very likable fella. He's like one of those guys that's a likable type character.
They're going to recast The Flash after this. And you know what? That's what you got to do, because that actor's drama is causing problems.
Is the original Flash in this? Because he played Barry Allen's dad in the Flash TV series.
That's a spoiler question.
Okay, never mind.
But good job for Andy Muschietti. It's not my favorite superhero movie, but I did have a really good time. Definitely best movie ever. You know what? It's not even my favorite superhero movie from this year so far.
Oh, okay? I was really thinking it was going to be really good, but
they were hyping it up too much. So don't go in with saying that this is going to be better than your favorite superhero movie. Just go in and, leave your expectations at the door. Go in, have a fun time, watch the movie for what it is. It's good. I enjoyed it, and I'm going to go see it again, and I'll get my physical media copy when it's out. But let us know what you guys think of The Flash. Was it good? Was it not good? No spoilers, please, right now. And
people will probably go see it now this weekend.
Oh yeah, because
it's just coming out tonight, essentially.
Next we got Transformers. Have you seen Transformers that came out last week?
No, I don't want to go see it. I said I'm not going to go see it. It sounds and looks
hoping you were going to see it. So I saw a early fan screening on Wednesday of last week.
Right, when you were away.
Yeah, so we went to the movie theater 3 times while we were there.
Why not? Yeah, lots of time.
I saw The Boogeyman, I saw Rise of the Beast, Transformers, and I saw Across the Spider-Verse for a second time.
Right.
So I took my folks to go see it. They loved it. It's a great time.
I'm going to see The Boogeyman tomorrow.
Okay. We can talk about it afterwards. Transformers Rise of the Beast currently has a 53% rotten score, but a 91% audience score.
Well, if you're under 10, you're going to think it's fantastic. So that's the under 10
There may
score.
be some spoilers in this. I can't promise that, so I'm going to put up the warning anyway. You know how you thought the ape looked ridiculous?
Yes.
Well, I think the bird that's played by Michelle Yeoh looks even worse.
Well, I heard her voice in there. I was like, that sounds like Michelle Yeoh. That just sounds so lame.
She plays the Maximal
some kind of eagle
Arizor.
Was she an eagle?
Arizor. Yeah, it's like a golden eagle.
Oh, a golden. They're the biggest eagles.
Anyway, Optimus Primal, that's the big ape guy you see in the trailer. Yeah. He's not even the only ape transformer in this.
Oh!
Sorry, Maximal. Because that's what they're called. And they're fighting
Who are they fighting?
Raptor. It's like
you don't really see who they're fighting. They're teaming up with Optimus Prime?
They team up with the Autobots to take... It says they're taking on Decepticons, but they're not actually. They're like Raptorcons or something.
Where did they come from? Are they...
Wherever the Maximals came from, because it's not Cybertron. Or if it is, I don't know. That I didn't really understand that.
Oh.
So I'm watching this
not
movie.
Even fighting Decepticons.
And I went to go see it with my stepdad. He loved it. And I'm sitting there like, it's entertaining, but it ain't that great.
No. Did they have the song in it? Transformers, more than meets the eye. Because that's the only good thing about it.
I don't think so. Unless they play it during the credits. But I didn't stay after the credits.
The Decepticons.
Now, this movie reminds me a lot of the Michael Bay Transformers movies where they're always focusing on a couple of characters. Remember?
Good.
It's Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox.
Mm-hmm.
But so they're focusing on 2 other characters, and I don't care about these characters. You got Anthony Ramos playing Noah, and they're doing the buddy thing with him and Mirage, the Transformer. So essentially they're doing the same thing that's already been done before.
Yeah, that's what I noticed in the
They're
trailer.
doing a better job of it than Michael Bay did, but it's just the same thing.
Like, oh, the car is driving itself, and the guy's like, I'm not driving it.
The Transformers look good, and they look how you would expect the Transformers to look, because that was always a complaint with the Michael Bay ones. They all look the same,
shiny.
And when there was a fight, you couldn't tell one from the other.
Right.
In this, you can definitely tell them from the other. The only one that doesn't look like the traditional Transformer design is Bumblebee, because he has to be the old Camaro that appears in 2001 when the first Transformers movie came out. I think it was 2001. And this movie takes place in 94. So it's in the 90s. We know that.
Such a great year.
So I said in my spoiler review that it did the same things, it just did them better in this movie, but it's not treading any new ground. And I didn't like the style of that to begin with. I mean, I enjoyed the first Transformers movies.
Why 94?
Because it's a sequel to Bumblebee, which was in the 80s. And then also it's getting close to Michael Bay's 2001 Transformers. So they want them all in continuity. So apparently they're all in canon. And apparently they want to make more of these. I don't know if it's going to make money or not. I haven't looked up the box office on it. And I don't normally talk about box office here because people don't really enjoy that. If you're a
little kid, it's going to be fun.
If I was 13, I probably would have loved this. Okay? This would be great. Yeah.
Under 13.
But Transformers are not really my thing.
No.
I had an okay time at it. And yeah, it's not for me. So, and it didn't do anything new.
It didn't look like it. Oh, the animals were new, but they look lame.
The Maximals.
They look lame.
And
Michelle Yeoh.
The evil Transformers that they were fighting well, they couldn't beat him at first, but then they just kept fighting him throughout the movie until they did beat him. Okay, so I guess that's perseverance, but it didn't really give a reason why they were able to beat them, and they just, because at first they got trounced. Optimus Prime continues from the previous movie, Bumblebee. He's on this murderous rage all the time. At one point he says he's going to kill them all, and another point he says, I'm going to...
Good guy?
Yeah. At another point he says, I'm going to cut that guy's head off. I'm like, really? Okay. That's the main hero guy?
That's not good for kids.
So he's on bloodlust, I guess, Optimus Prime here.
Oil lust.
They brought back the Bumblebee talking through the radio, which I didn't like that before. Remember.
I saw the first one. I thought it was awful. I was very excited because I wanted to see Transformers. And I saw the movie. I was like, oh, this is just ruined Transformers. Anyway.
Trying to think of things that I did enjoy. There was some good jokes. The action was, you could clearly tell what was going on, and it was well done. You could tell what was happening.
Right.
And you could tell the Transformers apart.
So at the end of the movie, was anyone better off, or the world saved, or anything like that? Or was it just went back to normal?
They saved the world. It's in the trailer. They saved the world from Unicron.
Unicron. Okay.
Yeah. The Transformers that they're fighting, the evil Transformers, like one of them is just an evil version of Optimus Prime, even turned into a truck. Another one is just an evil version of Bumblebee. And then there's another one. I'm sitting there. What is this?
Of them? Even the animals, they can give them new names. Like they just named them after Optimus Prime. They're not very creative.
I didn't write this stuff in the 90s or
anyway,
in the 80s. It's not for me. I have to give it a worst movie ever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to see this again, and unless one of us picks the Transformers movies for our movie film franchise to watch, I'm probably not going to be watching this again, at least not anytime soon.
No.
Let us know what you think about Transformers Rise of the Beast. A lot of people enjoyed it. There was a lot of kids there. Right. So if you enjoyed it and you liked it, let us know, and let us know what you liked about it.
12 and under.
I don't want to sit here and just complain about things that I didn't like about it. So it had some good points to it, but just really wasn't for me. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below, please. So that was Transformers. You're not going to go see... Are you going to go see this?
You've asked me that probably 17 times now, and every time the answer is... no.
Now it's time for our famous segment of Chakotay's Odyssey, featuring the adventures of Janeway.
Okay, is this one a good one?
So, season 2, episode 5 is called Non Sequitur, and it focuses on one. Yeah, I don't know what it means. Anyway, it focuses on one character, and this is not a good episode. I would not recommend watching this episode.
At all, like ever again.
It focuses on one character, and I'll give you a couple of clips, because it's mostly that one character, and then another one appears as a supporting character, but there's 3 characters that don't appear in this episode at all. It's the Doctor, Neelix, and Kes.
I was going to say Neelix, because these first 2 seasons focus so much on Neelix and Kes. I don't know what they were thinking. Mm-hmm. The characters are just really...
So, who do you think that strange. This episode would be about? And
Neelix.
No, I said those 3 characters don't appear in this episode.
Oh, they don't appear in it.
And it's a bad episode.
That's good.
So if you had to guess, it's a bad episode.
It's Harry Kim.
It is.
Yeah.
This is a Harry Kim episode from start to finish.
A bad character.
It's
nothing about the actor. It's just the writing is so boring.
95% Harry Kim. It starts out and Harry Kim is just having a snooze.
He's
just so sleepy. But he always has his perfect hair.
Doesn't do anything interesting.
So it starts off, he's sleeping, and you hear Janeway calling him with some urgent message about beaming him out. And then he wakes up. And he's in his penthouse apartment in San Francisco.
Oh.
Yeah, and his fiance's there with him.
So he left his fiance to go to space.
I don't know. I got the impression that they knew each other at the academy, and then when he goes on to Voyager, he leaves her, but they weren't engaged.
Right.
Maybe they had broken up. I don't know. However... So, Harry Kim is in 95% of this episode.
Oh, great.
Oh, geez.
He's so interesting.
It's rough to get through. However, it's important because this is the first time we see Harry's clarinet.
Oh, God. Yes, because he didn't pack it.
And it's in his apartment, and it's on like some special pedestal.
Well,
like it's being held up like a trophy.
It does have to be on a stand.
He doesn't play it. He just touches it.
Oh, he doesn't play it. Oh,
like
that's good.
like it's some sacred object. He just has to touch it. Like, oh jeez. So you know what's coming
At least
soon.
he could have played the flute. Like, that would have been better. Or the harp or something.
Maybe the trumpet. Trumpet's cool.
It's not. You can't practice that in an apartment though.
But maybe you can on Voyager. I don't know.
My brother outside, sit on the milk box.
Hey, all their special bionic technology in the walls could be good sound.
Right, yes, there you go.
Perfect.
Anyway.
So he has been sent into this alternate timeline. Okay? And he's on Earth, and what happened is he was flying, we don't see it, but he was flying his shuttle, and he flew his shuttle into a time stream experiment that these aliens were doing. And so, and what happened, and he was doing all these things.
Why are they just going to Earth? Like, they're just dilly-dallying.
So, he flies into these time experiment protons or whatever, and he ends up in this alternate timeline where 8 months he hasn't been on Voyager. Instead, he didn't get the post of Voyager.
Well,
his buddy at the Academy got it. So now he's living this life where they're still lost out there.
Right, yeah. And his more interesting buddy is now on the ship.
Him and one other person are still there on Earth. And so he's there, and he's living in a penthouse apartment in San Francisco, and he's got a fiance now.
Right.
He's a beautiful woman, and he's got this job. He's still an ensign, but he's been working on these new engine designs, designed for a shuttle. So him and his other buddy are working on it. He just doesn't remember any of this, but I'm sure he could get himself caught up.
See, this was their opportunity. They could have dropped him as a character and gone with a more interesting person and left the interesting person on the ship.
So Harry Kim now has this alternate life, right?
Right.
So what does he decide to do? No, I have to get back to Voyager. Why?
Why?
That's their problem.
I know.
So he has to go and get someone's help. So who else wasn't on Voyager in this alternate timeline? Paris. Pretty boy Tom Paris. So he gets on a shuttle and flies across the world to France, to Marseille, to go to the bar.
Australia. I thought Tom Paris was in a penal colony in Australia.
But he's out now, and so he's hanging out at his favorite bar that we always see on the holodeck. But this is the real one in Marseille or something. So Harry Kim goes to do that, and that gets him in trouble with Starfleet Command, because he's meeting with all these admirals, and they think he's going nuts because he's telling them his side of the story. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be on Voyager. So they think he's nuts.
Oh yeah.
Because he is. And instead, what happens is he talks to the coffee shop owner, who is one of these aliens that was doing these time experiments, and says, "You flew into our experiment by accident."
Okay.
I think he said like something, their experiment went wrong and stuff got out, and then he flew into it in space in his shuttle.
How did they get there then?
Who cares?
Okay, never mind.
So it sends him into this alternate timeline. And he's like, well, I have to get back. But if you fly into it again, you have to perform everything exactly the same way it was before.
Right.
And it could send you back, or it could send you infinite possibilities. It's like, I have to take that chance.
At least it'd be more interesting.
Anyway, so he gets Tom Paris to help him. They steal a shuttle. They fly into it. Mm-hmm. And then he goes right back to Voyager. And that's when you see all the other characters standing there for not even 5 minutes. Okay?
See, that was our opportunity to dump a lame character and get a more interesting one. But they didn't.
So I don't recommend that episode.
Okay.
And that was another exciting segment of Chakotay's Odyssey, featuring the adventures of Janeway.
Thank you. My life is much richer now after hearing all that.
Okay. We'll wrap it up now. I got more stuff I could go through, but I'll save it for another day. Fluffy's tired.
Yes,
look at how tired
I'm tired.
she
it's
is.
Been a long day at work.
So, if you enjoy this video, you can always give us the thumbs up, and you can always subscribe for more content. Now that we're back into the swing of things, new content will be going up new episodes every Saturday, and then I'll be posting segments as I get them done onto our Patreon channel, which is down in the description below if you want early access to Heroes. And Christine, do you remember how people can get in touch with us?
I don't have my card. They can email us at CanadaMovieTVHosers@gmail.com.
Yep. If you want to suggest topics or piece of media for us to review or another film franchise.
Yeah.
Our next episode is going to have, we're starting a new film franchise for Christine.
Oh, yeah.
And our new segment's going to be called Tarantino Unleashed. Oh, sorry, Unchained. Unchained.
You got it wrong.
I did get it wrong, but Tarantino Unchained.
I wanted to call it the Tarantino 10. That's what I want to call it. Anyway.
Leave a comment. Let us know which one you like more. And if we don't hear from anyone, we're going with Tarantino Unchained.
Because he's only making 10 films.
You can get in touch with... Yeah, but he's already done 10. He just considers Kill Bill to be one film.
1 and 2.
You can get in touch with us on Twitter or on Instagram at Canada Hosers.
Yep.
And you can always, you can check out the description below for our Patreon, and you can always use the hashtag Canada Hosers if you want us to get a message from you on Twitter or Instagram.
Say hi to us, whatever.
Yeah, we always love hearing from people. I don't think we got any new comments, but we did get a bunch of new subscribers, so thank you very much for that.
Thank you, everybody.
That's all I've been getting lately.
One of the subscribers is me, because I had to start a new YouTube channel because my parents and my daughter are using my YouTube, and my YouTube is very confused.
So that might have been the one we got today.
My own YouTube.
Yeah, that was probably the one that we got today.
A separate one. No, it was like 3 days ago.
Okay. We're over 80 subscribers now, which is still hardly anything. But to the very few people, we really appreciate it. And Fluffy loves to hear from everyone. So thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Take care.